Hey, my loves, again, it's your girl, Corey Love here, having the pleasure to speak with Myiah S. White. I'm going to allow her to tell us all about herself right after I tell you about tonight's sponsor. And tonight's sponsor is Be a Beauty LLC. Be a Beauty LLC sells all things planners, jewelry, and she also sells lashes. Now, I don't have all my lashes from her. Make sure you check her out on Instagram at Be a Beauty LLC for all your planner needs and jewelry and lashes and more. So check her out on Instagram, BEA Beauty LLC on Instagram. So Myiah, I'm so excited to have this interview with you. It's such a pleasure to have you on the Corey Love Show because we met in real life and you helped me become I don't want to say become a gardener because I'm not that good at it, but start my garden.
You're still a gardener.
Right. Okay. So tell us who you are.
My name is Myiah. My brand is Growing with Myiah. And I also have the Crush Cancer Foundation, which is nonprofit. So right now, I'm doing a lot of things as far as my business goes, as well as my gardening. And as far as my survivorship, I still have a lot going on with that. So that's who I am: breast cancer survivor, gardener, and new business owner.
Yes. And she's also a mom and a wife, and she's such an amazing person, like in real life, not just on Instagram. So if you're not already following her, make sure you follow her at growing_with_Myiah, MYIAH. And that's how I met her, following her page and seeing her garden grow. She has like a real life garden with actual like watermelons and different things like that. So if you're in the West Palm Beach, Port St. Lucie area, make sure you hit her up so that you can get your consultation to know what to do. She helped me start mine. You guys have seen my planting. I've probably been a bad student, but I'm gonna get better.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come check in on you.
Yeah, you might. So now I know, and you guys don't know, but she has a very special aloe soap and a very special oil, and they're all made from aloe. So tell us you can't tell us how you do it, but tell us some of the benefits of the aloe plant itself and the soap that you've created.
So the soap that I created was the aloe, we call it the aloe beauty bar. And it can be used on your face, on your body, on your hair, any way that you want to use it. And it's so many great benefits to it as far as the dark spots in your face. It gives you an extra glow. It helps with lightening. It helps with acne. It helps with a lot of different things. Aloe itself just has so many different benefits to it. And I just decided to try it out, and it worked miracles for me because, with me being a breast cancer survivor and going through radiation and all that stuff, the soap I used was the aloe beauty bar, and I used it on my breast while my skin was burned and damaged. So it helped my skin come back. So it's also a sun protector. If you use it before you go outside, it's a good sunscreen. It's like a barrier for protection against the sun.
Now that I did not know. And it's not only it smells good too. So that's a plus. Yes. Also, she has an oil. When I tell you, you don't need perfume. I don't have it on me, but I have one. And when I tell you, it smells so good. And it literally lasts all day. I put a little bit behind my ears. And you know how you do your thing here, and it smells all the way until like I shower at night. So if you don't have that, guys, I'm telling you, I'm not just saying that. Like, y'all know when I say something, it's real. Because if I don't say it, if I don't like it, I'm not going to talk about it. But it's definitely I would say it's a substitute for people that really can't use perfume because of allergies or anything like that. Because I have allergies to certain perfumes, and it does not bother me at all. So it is something great if you want to smell good. Trust me, use it.
Yes, you should definitely try it. I put natural herbs in it, and all of the oils that I use are 100% natural oils. And I could just name a few that I put in there. I use aloe vera oil, of course. Okay. I use jojoba oil. I use rosemary oil. I use different. Yeah, I use so many different oils, but I have it listed on the package when you buy it. But the very first one we came out with was Top of the Crop, and that's the one that you have. That's the one with the lavender coconut smell to it. Yes.
It's but then we so good. I gotta get my big bottle because I'll be pinching that one. Literally pinching it because it's so good. Oh my gosh.
And since that one, we've gotten two more now. We have Sweet Sunrise. That one gives you like a sweet smell. A lot of people say, girl, I can't keep my man off me when I put that on. I was like,
I need a bottle, baby.
So that's
I need that bottle.
Yes, girl.
Oh my
You have to
God.
get you one.
And you guys, excuse her, she's at an event. So I feel so special and so elated that she's taking time out from a very special event to be here to tell us about herself and her business. So guys, just be really kind and stay with us. I can't see who's on, but if you are tuning in, thank you so much for tuning in. And I kind of want to see it. So just in case anyone has any questions, we can know if they're asking them without me ignoring you. So if you think I'm ignoring you, I'm really not ignoring you. So thank you all for tuning in. And so now you said that you were a breast cancer survivor, and I know that you do the gardening. Do you think that's the reason? Is that the reason why you got into gardening?
Well, I started gardening a year before I found out I had breast cancer. But when I started, I stopped. I started maybe in February, and by the end of February, I was done. I was like, I'm not doing this no more. So I feel right now. So then when the breast cancer thing came about, it was like, okay, the garden is still out there. Go out there, fix it. And by them not knowing, that was my biggest thing for me. By them not knowing what caused my breast cancer, the only thing that I could think of is what I'm putting in my body. So I was like, okay, let me just try to grow my own food. And that way I'll know what I'm putting in my body. Because, you know, when you buy this stuff from the store, you don't know what's in it. They can tell you anything. And, you know, so I was like, let me just grow it. And my husband and I, we got out there and we got it together. My kids too. My kids love it as well. So I just started doing all the natural stuff. I try to go as natural as possible. That's where the soaps, the oils, the gardening, everything is completely 100% natural. My children even use the soap. We no longer buy soap from the store.
Oh, wow. That's really good. Yeah. Really, really, really good, because some of that stuff, it's really not that good for our skin, our body. Like, it goes in. I know another lady that has a business as well, and that's one of the reasons why she did it, because of her son, eczema. And I know that your soap helps with eczema as well. I've seen the results that people have shared.
Yes, correct. Those. I have an eczema soap. I didn't even tell everybody about the soap. I have the aloe soap. I have the eczema soap. I have a turmeric soap dropping on September 27th. And I have Myiah's Magic body oil and soap dropping on September 27th. So this is the first time that we're going to be releasing a soap and an oil that goes together as a bundle. So
nice.
I'm excited about that.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be good. I already know. Trust me, I already know. Now, when were you say you started gardening a year before you were diagnosed? When were you diagnosed with the breast cancer? And how, well, you said they don't know how you got it. Is it hereditary, or you don't know?
No, it wasn't. My genetics are clean. Like, all my genetics came back negative. My estrogen and my progesterone levels, which are my hormones, they were really high. And that's what formed my cancer. But it was something that was causing my hormones to go up the way that they were going up. And they didn't know what it was. All they could tell me was, you know, we're unsure, but it could be because of this, or it could be because of that. It was never a definite answer on what it was. So in my head, I started forming all the different stuff. Okay, what am I doing? What is this? What is that? What is this? And then I asked them about birth control, because I was on birth control at one point in my life. And they said that that could be a possible factor that contributed to it. So it was just so many what ifs.
And that's the scary part. Like, if y'all don't know, how am I supposed to know?
Exactly. So I was like, let me just do what I feel is best and try to, you know, eat as clean as I can, get away from all these extra products, and just do what I know. And if anything, Lord forbid, we're not going to bring that back. But if it
ain't time. Listen,
no,
it's not. We're not even listening. You already know how I feel about that now. It's so amazing that you were strong enough to take, you know, control over yourself and research and do all the things you did, because, you know, they give you time. We already know they're not God. He's the only one that can, you know, tell us that time or make that time happen. And he did not. He's created ways for you to help so many others. So That's a big plus. I'm just thankful to have met you. Thank God I met you, and you're amazing. You know, I tell you, I stalk your page. It's just that I see you in a garden, and it just seems so refreshing. And I grew up with my grandmother doing that, so seeing you do it, you're younger than me, and it's like, oh my God, she's like, when I saw it, what was it? I think it was one time you had a pineapple, and I was like, she's like, is it a pineapple? I don't even want. And after that, that's when I was stalking your page. I was like, she grew that in her backyard, like. And I thought you were not that close to me. And then I was like, should I reach out? She gonna think I'm weird.
No,
and I'm glad that I did, because we had so much fun
so
that
many
day.
People, oh my God, it's so many people that said that to me, like, oh my God, I wanted to write you, but I'm just like, I don't want you to feel like I'm stalking you. I don't want you to feel like I'm weird. I'm like, no, that's why I posted stuff, so that we can interact. I'm not that type of person. I'm not bougie. I'm not stuck up. Okay.
Right.
I talk, I'm friendly. I love everybody. So I'm not that person.
You're doing such a great job. I'm telling you, you should definitely, I told you already at the house that you need to do like a workshop, because there's so many people that want to do it, but it's like, how do we start? Like, what do we do? Because like you said, you stopped, but you started back, because I'm getting discouraged. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I'm watering it. I brought them in the house now because I felt like they were getting too much sun, and then they still look like they're withering away. And I'm like, oh my gosh, researching, and I don't know.
Yes,
so you need to do follow-up classes.
Right? That's what a lot of people don't understand. Like with gardening, it's really a lot of trial and error. Because it was a lot of stuff that I put out there, and when I went back out there, it was gone. It was dead. I was just like, okay, so let me just pull this up and let me try it again. So that's why I just kept trying. Yeah, I just kept trying again, kept trying it again. The one thing I'm struggling with that I have not mastered yet is my broccoli and my cauliflower. Every time I do it, it dies. I'm like, ugh. But the fruit, I'm awesome with the fruit. You know, if you see my page, you see we had our watermelon.
I saw it. It was big too. It wasn't no baby thing.
Yes, and it was delicious. And let me tell you too, you know, when you buy watermelons from the store and you cut them and you put them in the refrigerator, and maybe after 2 or 3 days they're soggy, and it's like, oh, like I just cut you. So my watermelon, ever since we cut it, we still have some in the refrigerator, and it's still hard. It's still at its natural state. I'm just like, oh my God, you can see the difference with this stuff. Yes.
So that means they probably putting something on it that's soaking in. That's oh wow. See, and that's a good thing about growing your own stuff. You get to see, you know, like you just said, the difference.
Yes.
So we know that you had the breast cancer and you recovered. I remember seeing you ring the bell. I'm telling y'all, I see everything on her page, y'all. I ain't crazy, but I'm just saying. You know, y'all stalk celebrities, so why can't I stalk her? So whatever, she's my celebrity, okay? My gardening celebrity survivor.
Right, all of that.
Yes. So I know when you were going through it, I can't even imagine, because you have the 2 babies. Well, I call every child a baby. You have the 2 babies. Did you have like a strong support system to help you get through it?
Yes. When I tell you, my support system was amazing.
That's great.
From my kids to my husband to my mom to my sister to my friends, like my best friend, everybody was there. So, I mean, at first, of course, when you get that news, it's not something that you want to hear. And the first thing that popped in my head is negativity. Like, oh my God, like I'm about to die. I don't know what's going on. And I didn't know that there were so many different types of breast cancer. So when the doctor called me and told me breast cancer, and then he explained the difference in the 2, I was just like, huh? Like, I didn't hear nothing. All I heard was breast cancer. And breast cancer was what really, you know, it just made me shut down. And my husband, he was like, don't worry about that. You got this. Don't even worry about it. So the first day when we got the call, it was like, you know, it was one of those things where it was just like, okay, Myiah, that's all you can do. It's just like, So, but he was awesome. He was there from the first day to now. And right now I'm still going through it. I still have another surgery that I have to do. I still have medication that I have to take every single day for the next 5 years. So it's still a lot of stuff that I still have to do. And they're still here with me along the journey.
That's amazing, because I think that makes a huge difference. Having a support system makes a big difference, because you have people building you up, keeping you up, always around you, letting you know, hey, you're going to get through this. And so you just said that there's different types. Honestly, I did not know that.
Yes, there are different types.
Very new. Like, I'm learning something now. How many different types are they?
Oh my God, it's a lot of different types. And by me actually having it, and I've talked to different women, a lot of women that I've talked to, they've had different ones. Like me personally, I had invasive ductile carcinoma and I had ductile carcinoma. But then you have other people, like I have another lady that I know, she has like a fungi type of breast
Mhm.
cancer and it spreads aggressively. It's like a fungus. You know, we have a fungus and it
Oh,
just starts
yeah.
to grow. Hers is like that. So it's
Right.
like, it's different ones. It's just scary. Like, I hope I say the word right. Metastatic breast
Mhm.
cancer.
Wow.
That's another type of breast cancer, and those are like some of the common ones that I keep hearing: the metastatic,
Mhm.
the invasive, the ductile, and the fungi. That was my first time hearing about that one, but that one is
Mhm.
the scary one for me. So
Mm. And
yeah,
so so everybody that have these things, it's everybody have different symptoms, different, reasons why they get it. A lot of times we've always known that it's hereditary. So just you getting
mm-hmm,
it and there's no type of genetic, that's the scarier part for me. Like, and that's
mm-hmm,
kind of like with me with my heart condition, they don't know how it happened. I've had it 3 times, 3 heart
yeah,
failures, and they still don't know why. So like
mm-hmm,
yourself, I try to like figure out stuff and then come to find out a year or two later, my dad got heart failure too.
mm-hmm,
So it's like, is it genetic? So they still don't know.
yeah,
So I love what I love about what you're doing is you created a foundation, you're helping other women, you're speaking out about it. You have one video on your I think it's Crush Cancer Foundation page. Literally,
mm-hmm.
I think you turn around, you're sitting in the church, and I'm sitting there listening to you talking. I started crying. I'm like, oh my gosh. Because you just were so passionate about what you were saying. And it's like,
uh-huh.
she's so strong. Because if I had met you and didn't see your page, I would not have a clue. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So I just want to, commend you for being so strong, and you're really
Thank you.
encouraging a lot of people, even people that don't have it. So it's like,
Thank
it's
you.
strong
Thank
because just
you.
having any type of illness that can possibly, be the death of you is like your perseverance is
Mm-hmm.
encouraging. So thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for that.
Thank you. And that's what a lot of people have to realize too. Like when you're going through stuff, it's worse when you're
Mhm.
down and you're out
Negative.
and
Mhm.
you're being negative Nancy.
Yeah.
When you're going through stuff, that's the time to be your strongest self.
Mhm.
That's when, that's when all that come out. That's when the fight comes out. That's when the warrior comes out. That's where all
Yes.
that stuff comes out. So when
Yes.
that happens, make sure you step in 10 times harder than you've been
Mhm.
going, and you just make sure that you keep going, keep fighting, and it'll get better.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for that. Listen, that you blessing me right now too, honey. Now, is there any message? Well, you just gave the message that you would like to tell the women in the community, which is what you just said. Fight harder.
Yeah, yeah,
Fight
definitely
harder.
fight harder. And if
Mhm.
you feel something is wrong, make sure you go get it checked. That's another thing. Like a lot of women, a lot of Black women too, when we feel like something is wrong, we don't want to know. We would rather just push it to the back of our mind and not think about it. And I did
Yeah.
that too at first, but
What
you want
made
to
you
be
go
safe.
in? Not to cut you off, I'm sorry. What made you decide to go in and get checked? Or what were some of the symptoms that made you?
I had a lump on the side of my breast. And
Mm,
I went in it was like about March of
mm,
2021. And I went in to get it checked. And they told me, oh, it was just lumpy breast tissue. But
mm,
I kept feeling it and I kept feeling it. And then my breast started getting heavier on one side. It was like it was more dense on one side than the other. And
mm.
then when I lift my arms, one side of it looked deformed. So I was like, let me go back and see what's going on. So when I went back the second time, I went to a different doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And this doctor, this time, they were like, something is wrong. Like, so I had to go. So I stayed there for about 2, 3 hours.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It was like pretty much all day, if you ask me. It felt like it was all day.
Mm-hmm.
And I stayed there. I got an ultrasound. I got a mammogram. And then after that, I had to go get a biopsy. It was just appointments after appointments after appointments. But to
Mm-hmm.
answer your question, what made me check is the way my breast started feeling.
Mm. Wow. I am so glad you jumped on that right away and not waited any longer. What stage were you at that point?
At that point, they said it was stage 1. But
Okay.
then after the surgery, it was pushed up to stage 2 because it had spread to my lymph node.
Oh, wow. And there's no family history, so you're very careful now, I'm sure. And my last and final question is did you face any obstacles like with the treatment? Because I've heard a lot of time that the treatment, it really makes you sick, exhausted, tired. Did you face any challenges with going through it?
Yes, I was extremely tired. That was number one for me. I was very tired. I was sore. On the side that they took the lymph nodes out of, that side is very, very sensitive. Even now with my expanders in, I'm still uncomfortable at night when I'm sleeping. I can still feel it. It's uncomfortable. So those are some of the challenges that I face. The pain from the surgery. Oh my God, the surgery, that was something in itself with my double mastectomy. They had to cut my breast open. And so it was hard for me to do anything. So that's when I really had to depend on my family. So that was a struggle for me, but hey, it's all worth it. I'm still alive.
Yes, and helping others. And I cannot reiterate it anymore. You are definitely a really, positive person, encouraging. So that's a big deal for us. Is there anything you would like us to leave is there anything you would like to leave with us? I know you got to go back. So I want to I'm not rushing her, guys. I just want you to make sure you follow growing_with_Myiah on Instagram. When I tell you, even if you don't have anything, just as a human being, as a woman, the positivity that she portrays on her page, nothing negative, the things that she's selling. So make sure you follow her because it's going to help you, her inspiration and her product. So make sure you follow her. Anything you want to leave us with before you go?
Yes, make sure you all check out my website at www.growingwithmyiah.com. Make sure you check out my Instagram at growing_with_Myiah. Make sure you follow my Crush Cancer page at the Crush Cancer Foundation. And we have a raffle coming up this month. And the raffle that we're doing, we're raffling off an e-bike. And the tickets are $25. It's an electric bike. And you can do 5 tickets for $100. And we're doing the raffle in Port St. Lucie, Florida. So if you're local, you can purchase your tickets on my website and get in on that raffle. It's a beautiful bike and it's on my page. So check it out.
Awesome. I like that. Sounded like a commercial, girl.
Yes. www.growingwithmyiah.com.
Thank you so much. And thank you guys for tuning in. As always, there will be no Corey Love show without you. Thank you so much, Myiah, for being such an amazing, fabulous guest. Looking so good, girl. I just hope you go back and enjoy your the program. And thank you so much for taking your time to be here again.
It's okay. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. We will stay in touch. Take care. Okay. Good night.